Okay, you want to fill the basin or the bottom part of the actual espresso machine up to the little bowl with water. So it could be hot water, cold water, doesn't matter. Then the piece that goes on top, which is like a little colander or a strainer, you want to fill with coffee. You want to pack this down as tightly as you can, because the more you pack it down, the stronger your coffee will be. And Cuban coffee typically is on the stronger side. Now that's really up to you, but the correct and traditional way would be to pack it down. So you would press it down with your spoon and then try to put on little by little, kind of adding on and packing it down until you think you can't fit anymore. You want to just screw on the top and make sure it's nice and tight. You don't want steam escaping through there. Could possibly be dangerous, so you must be careful. You want to place it on your stove. It could be done on an electric stove, coil, it doesn't really make any difference. And you want to pop open the lid so you can see when it starts brewing. Now I'm going to take my little, I guess you could call it like a little cup, and you would fill it with sugar. Now the sugar is going to make that frothy foam on top. I typically like my Cuban coffee a little bit sweeter, so I will add more sugar. That's completely optional. You don't have to add as much as I add, but since Cuban coffee tends to be a little on the bitter side, I like to have more sugar. Now you're going to set that aside and you're going to wait for your coffee to start brewing. Now this might take a little time. I usually put it on high because I like mine to come out a little faster, but make sure you keep an eye on this, because when the coffee first starts brewing and that first little bit comes out, you want to use that, because once it does all completely come out, it won't make the froth as good. So you need to keep an eye on it and check it. That's why I recommend you keep the lid open. Do not close it. Once it starts brewing, you can close the lid and just wait for it to completely brew. But keep your lid open, because it will be easier for you to tell. You don't have to go back and forth and have to be constantly checking every 2-3 seconds. Just stand there and wait for it. It might take a little bit, but be patient. If you need to, move around your espresso machine like I do, because my stove has kind of hot spots where it doesn't get as hot in some places, so I will move it around just so that I can get it in the spot where I'll brew the fastest. I usually can tell because it makes a little kind of hissy sound, and you could hear the water start boiling underneath. Now when your coffee starts brewing, you want to pour it into the sugar. Now you don't want to add too much, you just want it to completely cover the sugar, but so that it's not watery. It needs to be a little bit thick. The purpose of this is it'll be easier to get it to a lighter color, and it will make a thicker foam. So you want to kind of stir it around. I like to run my spoon against the edge of the cup or whatever I'm using, so that some of the sugar gets kind of crushed and it will get thicker quicker. Now you want to stir it around. You don't really have to do this quickly. I'm used to doing it that way. And just so that it gets a light kind of golden tan, I guess, caramelly color. Now the lighter the color of your sugar, the thicker the froth will be. Now that's really up to your personal taste, but I tend to like a thicker froth because to me that just makes the coffee taste a whole lot better. And you want to keep doing this until you, like I said, you get that nice golden color. It's up to you whenever you want to stop, but the lighter the color, the thicker the froth. Once you have it to where you would like it and your coffee has all completely finished brewing, you want to pour it into the cup or whatever you're using, and you want to stir it around so that all that sugar dissolves in the coffee and that your froth will form. Then you bring out your little espresso cup or whatever cup you're going to drink it in, and you pour it in. Now if you notice the size of my cup is not very big, you don't need a lot, it's very strong coffee. I like to pour a little foam on top afterwards, and you're done.